What's up, everybody? This is Candy.
And this is B, and this is a Trend Kill Quickie.
We're going to say a 5 to 10 minute rock show.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds fair. Hosted by us.
Hey, everybody.
So today we have for you a little story on Courtney Love. Does anybody remember Courtney Love?
I think we all remember Courtney Love. Lover, hater, she's notorious. Notorious.
Recently, Courtney Love had reflected on her Instagram about her acting career and why she just kind of disappeared from acting despite having huge success doing this. So we're going to talk about that a little bit.
So she began acting in the mid-90s, and it was actually her role as Althea Leisure Flint in The People vs. Larry Flint that really put her on the map as an actress. And she really credits Milos Forman as giving her the acting career she's always wanted because he's the one who sought her out for that role. Since then, she's also been in movies such as 200 Cigarettes, Man on the Moon, another good movie. Like, she's been in some pretty great films, and she really has proved to everyone that she is a talented actress. I mean, there's no doubt she's a talented musician too, but she's also a good actress as well. So like in the mid-90s, early 2000s, she was pretty relevant in the Hollywood industry, and then all of a sudden, she just kind of fell off.
Womp womp. So she did actually come back a little bit in the late to mid 2000s. She started doing some smaller TV roles on still very prominent shows like Revenge, Sons of Anarchy, and Empire as well too. So she did kind of come back a little bit, but she did talk about why she left acting in the first place. And I have a little bit of the quote. I'm not going to read the whole quote. I'm just going to kind of read my favorite bits of the quote.
Pretty long quote.
So Courtney Love via Instagram goes on to say, "For a few years, because of Milos Forman, I was a professional actress and movie star. It was fun as hell. I was nominated for Best Actress for a Golden Globe. One day I might talk about it. I love acting. I stopped being capable of it after a bunch of #MeToos. No one would believe me and it wouldn't stop, so I left and it left. And I'm good with it. Maybe in my next life, I'll be stronger and able to endure it. I tip my hat to those who can." First of all, end quote. But first of all, the fact that she says she tips her hat to those who can endure it, like, that's fucked up in general.
That it's so common to occur in the movie industry, that all of that misogyny and inappropriate behavior is just like completely commonplace for a female
That's just there.
actress.
It's just there.
It just exists, and if you want to make something of yourself, you just gotta fucking deal with it. Whatever, because you're just a girl in the world.
I'm just a girl.
And that's all you'll ever be.
Get out!
But yeah, and she even posted with that a picture of her wearing a beautiful navy blue chiffon gown that was loaned to her by Sharon Stone. And Sharon Stone even told her, like, girl, don't even stand there and try to look all fucking hip and cool. Like, you need to stand there and hold your head high and be a classy actress like you're supposed to be. And she pretty much said, like, if Sharon Stone gives you movie star advice, you're gonna fucking take that movie star advice. And I think that helped her to be more in her element and respect herself a little bit more as an actress too.
I mean, I think that's kind of commendable as well too, just because of the fact that, in the movie industry, music industry, even Hollywood in general, women aren't really always treated with the utmost respect. And then you have somebody like Courtney Love, who came from Portland, Oregon. She was this grunge rock star, and she probably had a bit of a persona about her as well too, that people just kind of...
Also her history too. I mean, let's be honest here. We all have our own theories about what exactly happened with her late husband, but there's a whole lot of stigma there. But I will say, man, she's fucking talented. I still listen to Live Through This all the time. That album is still solid after almost 30 years. It's so good. She is definitely a talented individual.
Even, all of the theories and conspiracies aside, she has contributed a lot to the world as a whole. I mean, as far as her philanthropic endeavors, I mean, her and her late husband, Kurt Cobain, in 1993 actually did perform an acoustic set at Rock Against Rape just to help victims of, sexual assault, sexual abuse. She actually did also publicly advocate for reform in the the record industry and the way that, women are treated. She's also been an advocate for not only sexual abuse victims, but she's been an advocate for the LGBTQ community for many years now. She's also been an advocate for racial inequality, and she's also contributed a lot to various AIDS organizations as well girl too, which, I mean, say what you will about her as an actress, as a musician, as a person, because nobody really knows her except for the people that are close to her. She does have a philanthropic side.
If you haven't noticed yet, Candy and I have a super appreciation for people who have that, humanitarian philanthropic side, who actually give back to their communities and, stand for social justice and things like that, because Candy and I are both very passionate about those things. So we do have a high level of respect for people who are famous and who are actually giving back to their communities. So, for that, we definitely respect Courtney Love.
We tip our hat to her for that.
So Courtney's now living in London, England. She actually moved there with the intent of writing her book and working on new music. So she says she is working on a new record, and there may even be a possibility of a whole reunion. So she's open to those possibilities. And I mean, the fact that she did bring up, all the misogyny and inappropriate behavior drove her away from Hollywood just makes you think a little bit,
She did say, maybe one day she'll be stronger to endure, but she did also at the end of this interview, she did have a little quote that I just want to kind of throw out there. I think with obviously all the hashtag MeToo's coming forward and a lot of abusers being outed, the industry is changing. So she did actually go on to say, in response to her moving to England, she said, "I love it here in England, but I sure do miss acting sometimes. To the tune of a great director, it's one of the greatest experiences as a woman you can have, I think." She literally says, "I think." All the glamour that comes after that is fun, flamboyant, and gorgeous, but the trust one can achieve from a great director, ? One of the most profound things I've ever known. So clearly not all of the experiences were bad. She's obviously had some good experiences, and I'm sure there's still honest and good people out there in Hollywood, obviously.
Absolutely.
Keanu Reeves for years. One of the most...
Keanu Reeves is America's sweetheart.
He is one of the most wholesome, loving, just genuinely nice actors that I've ever heard about.
It's true.
I've never heard a bad thing about
He's
him.
the definition of wholesome. You look it up in the dictionary and there's Keanu Reeves' face, like right there.
But yeah, I mean, she may come back, who knows? I mean, let us know what you guys think. I mean, do you want to see her come back in music or in movies or both? Shit.
This is kind of a downer episode.
It was an upper and a downer. Kind of like what Courtney Love used to do. Hey, I made my first funny.
She's here all day, folks.
Sleepy and drinking. So there.
The good combo.
So without further ado, before we let you go, just like, subscribe, share the video with your friends. We love you guys. Let us know what you think in the comments. I mean, obviously, if you got mean things to say, we would prefer you didn't. Again, I'm going to probably say that every episode now because people fucking suck.
Yeah.
Hit the notification bells if you haven't already. That way you know when these things come out, because we're just starting to get news trickling back in. So please just hit the notifications. I know that's the only way we know when they come out. Just kidding. We actually put them out. So. But once again, I'm Candy.
And I'm B.
And that was a Try and Kill Quickie.
Bye, everybody.
I am buzzed, dude.
I'm only drinking Conway's right now, and Jameson too.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if I were drinking Conway's, I'd be on the floor by 10 o'clock every night. For a few years, because of Milos
Milos.
No. And I said Froman too. So yeah,
Milos Froman.
I never learned to read.
The worst part of it all.
Whoops.
Right, focus.